Hello, everyone, and thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to sit down and listen about Lactigo. I want to make this brief so that we don't take too much of your time, but I want to tell you that this product and this technology is changing the way that we address our health. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Sean, and I have been in the fitness industry and the supplement industry for over 20 years. And over those 20 years, I've always been looking for better ways to address our health, always been looking for ways that we can increase the efficiency and the efficacy of what we're putting in our body. And for the first time, I will tell you that we have a technology that is making an impact that I never thought I would see. So let's dive into this and let's talk about what Lactigo is and the impact that it's making on people. First, I want to talk about that how Lactigo is an industry disruptor. What does it mean to be an industry disruptor? I always use the examples of like Blockbuster to Netflix, right? It changed the way we watched movies. Even though it's the same movies, it changed the way we watch movies. Now, when we talk about supplements that we're used to, now we talk about the ability to deliver it a better way. So let's dive into that today. And I'm going to break that down into three different questions. First question is, how does Lactigo change how we address our health? Second is, what have we been challenged with? What are the challenges that we have faced and are facing with supplements today? And third is, what is this technology delivering? So there's two parts to Lactigo, right? There's the technology side and then the product side. So we're going to talk about both of those today. First, let's dive into how does Lactigo change how we address our health. Now, there's a key statement that we use a lot here, and it's powered by Lactigo. What does that mean? That's the technology side. The technology side is what is powering the ability for these things to work. The ingredients are not anything that most people have never heard of, but what they are doing is the efficacy or the utilization of them, the ability to absorb them and use them at a higher rate. So let's talk about that. Unique proprietary water-based gel delivery system. What this is, it is a first of its kind to be a water-based gel that actually delivers ingredients. It delivers these molecules, these peptides through our skin, deep into the muscles and the tissues of the body. Now we have the ability to target the areas that we are delivering this to. We're getting these ingredients right to the muscles. If you want it on your leg, your back, your neck, whatever that is, you get to target those specific areas with this. And it goes deep. It bypasses the skin, goes through the skin and deep into the tissues, deep into the muscles and the bloodstream of the body. That has never been done before. Most gels or most topicals are oil based and they're not able to absorb into the skin. This is a water base that actually absorbs into the skin. The technology behind it, because the proprietary delivery system has the ability to deliver these ingredients deep into the muscles and the deep tissues of the body. Very high utilization rate. What does that mean? It means that it uses a lot. It uses almost all of the ingredients that are in it, and our body is able to absorb those things. That's a very unique thing. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit of how that big of a difference is made from comparison from maybe your pills or supplements that we're used to now this proprietary delivery system with Lactigo. Category creating means it's first of its kind. The only one in the marketplace to do what it's doing. For the masses, the thing that's exciting about this is it doesn't matter if you're young, it doesn't matter if you're old, it doesn't matter if you're in shape, out of shape, male or female, it doesn't matter. The value to this is it works for everyone. It is impactful to everyone. Demonstrable, what does that mean, right? That's a different word. Demonstrable means that it's able to be demonstrated. It's able to be used and seen or experienced, right? You're able to do it right out of the gate. So you apply it and you feel it. This is not one of those things where you apply it, you wait for maybe a loading phase, maybe a stage of you have to try it for 2-3 weeks before you start to feel it. No, this is apply it and feel it. That's the exciting thing. So that's demonstrable, and that's uniqueness behind this as well. Is it works the first time you apply it. Industry disruptor, we talked about that, the ability to disrupt and change the way that we do something. So let's move on and let's talk about the credibility of Lactigo. What is the credibility of Lactigo? What is the background to it, right? So for many years, this was actually used by scientists as well as as professional athletes in a lot of professional organizations. So that's where it started because of the impact it was making right out of the gate for buffering lactic acid inside the muscles. That's one of the pieces that it does. So that's where it started. But let's go back about a decade and where it all started to the point where the technology came out and they realized very quickly we got to get this thing protected. So they went out and they got a patent that has now led to over almost 50 countries being patented. with this technology. So this isn't just, again, your average product. We now have an IP patent protecting Lactigo because of its delivery system, scientifically proven to work. So it's peer-reviewed research, studied, the ability to actually apply this, and it works. It's not a matter of if this is going to work, right? The science has proven that this works. So you apply it. We know that it is delivering these ingredients through your skin to the muscles and the targeted areas in your body. And we talked about it for over a decade. Elite athletes, professional athletes, and professional organizations across the world have been utilizing this because of the impact that it has made with athletes. So the value to what we have here is it's been tried, it's been used, but for now for the first time, which is exciting, we now have the ability to transition this to the public. So the benefits that it was making for these athletes and the secret they kept, right? They held a secret for so long. Now the company has realized the impact this is making for every single person that applies it. They realize that they needed to get this out to the public. They needed to get this moving out to the public, and that's what we're here to do: is share the information. So yes, it is trusted by the pros, but now it is for the people. Now it is for every single person out there. So now let's talk about what have been the challenges that we face with supplementation, right? Stuff that we're used to, the information that we're used to with supplements. As you intake supplements, oral supplementation, your average absorption rate, which means the stuff that you're actually using, is around 20 to 50% absorption rate. Your body uses, on average, 20 to 50% of the stuff you intake for supplements. The rest of it is gone off as waste. It's just the digestive issue. It's the digestive process, right? You'll absorb 20 to 50%, and then the rest of it will go to waste. If you're trying to specifically target an area, maybe it's your lower back, or maybe it's your neck, or maybe it's your leg. If you're trying to specifically target an area, maybe it's an organ, maybe it's just a specific tissue in your body will absorb that 20 to 50%. And of that 20 to 50%, you're looking around about 10 to 20% at most that you're actually going to get to that targeted area. So it's really low for that specific targeted area that you're looking for. The two ingredients that Lactigo delivers, one of them is magnesium. Magnesium, we're all pretty familiar with, right? A lot of people know magnesium. In fact, I talk to people all the time at all the different ways they're trying to get magnesium in the body, because they know that the utilization rate, the absorption rate for magnesium is pretty low. It's 30 to 40% when you're taking that in. The challenge to magnesium is after it's digested, the utilization rate drops even more based on how your body's digesting it. The other challenge to it too is that if you intake a lot of magnesium, it starts to really affect your gut. Your gut starts to really feel it, start to have GI issues. So you really have that impact that's going to really hurt you. So people are having a hard time getting magnesium. They know the benefits of it, the impact of it, but they're having a hard time getting it in. The other ingredient that most people are not aware of is carnosine. This is an ingredient that I've heard of, but never really put a lot of time into it because there's not an effective way to get in our body. And so we haven't spent a lot of time. I haven't spent a lot of time looking at it, but I'll tell you, carnosine is a powerhouse ingredient. We'll talk about that in just a second. But the challenges that we have with carnosine is that when you digest, when you intake carnosine, right out of the gate, you have blood enzymes that start cutting this thing up. It starts to break it up and get it to the point where it cannot go into your body and be digested in its original form. So the challenge to carnosine has been getting it in our body. And you'll realize here very quickly when I talk about carnosine how impactful it is and how critical it is inside the body. So let's dive into that. Let's talk about what is Lactigo delivering, this technology. First, let's talk about that carnosine. What is carnosine? It's a dipeptide that your body makes from two amino acids. So what it does is that your body actually stores carnosine inside your muscles, your brain cells, inside your lenses. It stores it in all these high functioning areas in your body. And it's critical. It's critical that your body has it. The problem is that you need more of it, right? Supplementation, that's what supplementation is to provide our body the amounts that it needs. Challenges have been getting it in our body. Now we talk about the value of carnosine and what it does for our body. If the easiest way to think of carnosine, what is it doing for our muscles, our brain cells, our eyes, all the other areas of body, our tissues, is it's your built-in defense shield. It is actually protecting your body from so many different elements, so many different things. It is your master defense shield, right? The better we have with carnosine the more we have of carnosine in our muscles and our brain cells and everything else, the more protection and the ability to take care of our body. So let's take a look at some of these benefits of carnosine. Again, this is just a small little snippet of what carnosine actually does. You can see the disclaimer out there. We're not trying to make any claims here, none of that stuff, but I will tell you that the research that's been done on carnosine is critical. You can read through some of these things. And I will tell you, if you want to understand the value of any of these ingredients, or truthfully any ingredients out there, go to the medical journals and type in and see what's been out there. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of studies on carnosine alone about the impact that it's making on our body. These bullet points alone are from some of those studies. So the value of what carnosine is doing inside of our body to protect it, to defend it from those elements, right? I mentioned at the beginning of this that professional athletes were using it because of buffering lactic acid. That's one of the things that carnosine does, is it buffers the acids that your body creates because of intense workout. So the ability to increase the carnosine inside of our body is critical. And Lactigo delivers carnosine at a level that has never been seen before. It is truly an industry disruptor and a category creator because it's never been done before. Let's talk about this next ingredient, magnesium. Most people have heard of magnesium. They understand the values of it. The problem is getting enough of it, right? And so let's talk about this. It's a cellular ignition key. It is the energy source. It is the piece that creates the get up and go for your cells. It provides that energy. What it does is it actually turns food into ATP, which is energy, and it creates fuel for your heartbeat, right? For your muscles, your thoughts, right? It creates the energy source for all your cells. The next thing is it binds to and activates over 300 enzymes. If you want to talk about something that's powerful, you now have something that's going and being that cellular ignition key and turning everything on. It's now connecting to things and turning things on so that your body's able to work efficiently and able to work the way it's supposed to. And over 50% of people are actually deficient in magnesium. It's a reason why people are chasing a way to get this inside their body. And now, for the first time, we're able to do that and bypass the gut so that we can actually activate and have those inside of our cells at a higher level. So Lactigo, by delivering these two ingredients, is changing the game. So now let's talk about the benefits of magnesium, the critical values of them. Again, this is not to make claims or anything. Again, these are pulled from studies. I challenge you to go research magnesium. I have a lot of people all the time ask me, what can Lactigo do for this or that? I challenge you to go research in the medical journals. One of them is pubmed.gov, pubmed.gov. It's the National Institutes of Health. It's one of the biggest libraries of medical journal research and studies. Go on there and research. Type in magnesium with whatever element or thing that you're looking for and see the impact. Same thing with carnosine. See what it's doing. Look at the impact that it's doing. So now let's move on and let's talk about why Lactigo. It is the only product delivering these ingredients at the level that it is. It is the only one in the market. So we're bypassing the gut, which is where both of these ingredients have had a hard time in the past and currently until now. Lactigo has the ability to deliver these things. Feel it fast, right? It's one of those things where you apply it, put it on, and you can notice it within 45 minutes. You'll notice the difference. Whatever that might be, that's for you to find out. But the value to Lactigo is what is it doing with those two ingredients, by what happens when you get those two ingredients into your body, into your muscles in 45 minutes. Incredible things come. Targeted, right? It is specific. When you intake those supplements by mouth, you're hoping you're getting 10%, right? You're hoping you're getting something to that area to help. We know the value of supplements. The supplements that we take are critical. The challenge is it working well enough? And now, for the first time, we get to target that specific area. So if it's your back or whatever that might be, you get to apply it directly to that area and see the experience. Efficient, effective, no pills, no GI upset. Again, the ability to have something work and work at the level it's supposed to. And the last thing, peer reviewed and patented. This isn't just another product out in the marketplace that hopefully it works. This has been proven that it works. It is patented, it is protected, it's IP technology. This is a real tangible technology that we get to sit in front of. So again, it's not the matter of if, it's how it's going to work. And so with all that being said, I want to thank you all for hopping on, listening to this for a few minutes, and most importantly, just try it. Right? It's one of the things that we always say is just try it. You don't need to take my word for it. Just try it, feel it, experience it, right? That demonstrable conversation that we talk about all the time. Apply Lactigo, experience what it's doing for you, and then share it with the rest, right? Because we don't want to hoard anything. We don't want to keep it secret like the athletes did, right? They taped up that bottle and they kept it secret. Let's not do that. Let's share this thing with as many people that we love and care about to experience the value of this technology. So thank you again for taking the time to spend with me today. And I hope this was helpful and educational for you. And if you have any more questions, please reach out. And we look forward to talking to you here soon.